This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Good morning, everybody. This is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, bringing you Game 17 of the King of the Hill tournament. Today's game, the 1921 Yankees, Babe Ruth is in the house, versus the 1920 Kings of the Hill, Cleveland Indians at League Park. 1920 Indians were beset by tragedy back in 1920. I think about a week after Labor Day. This man, the outstanding shortstop of the Cleveland Indians, Ray Chapman, was hit by a pitch by submarine pitcher Carl Mays, and he died the next day. To take his place, the Indians called upon this man, Joe Sewell. He had never seen, excuse me for hitting the camera, he had never seen a Major League Baseball game. And he only played in 100 professional baseball games. But did he take Ray Chapman's place? He really did. Shortly after his death, the team swooned. But when Joe Sewell got going, he hit .329 the rest of the way, beginning steps of a Hall of Fame career. He was a tough man to strike out. Only 719 strikeouts for over 7,100 at-bats in his major league career. Joe Sewell filled in nicely for the deceased Ray Chapman. He's here today at League Park. Here's your starting lineups for the New York Yankees, the visitors. Elmer Miller will lead off, play center field. Roger Peckinpah's at shortstop. Babe Ruth's in right field. Bob Musil on left. Frank Home Run Baker is at third base. Wally Pipp's at first base. Shang is the catcher. Aaron Ward's second baseman. And the waiter, Wade Hoyt, is on the mound. For the Indians, Charlie Jameson will lead off and play left field. Wamsgans is at second base. Tris Speaker in center field. Elmer Smith is in right. Larry Gardner, third base. Doc Johnson, first base. Joe Sewell, shortstop. Steve O'Neill, catcher. And Stan Kovaleski. There were two Kovaleskis, both great pitchers, Stan and Harvey. Stanley played with the Indians. He was a 20-game winner. He is a grade A right-hander, YZ on the modifications. Wade Hoyt's a pitcher for the Yankees. He's a grade B, YZ. He's also right-handed. We will use the simple home rule for left-right splits in basic Apba, as explained on the July 9th video of 2022, where the left-right splits are taken account at the bottom of the card. You see SA at the bottom of the card, +2, -2. We'll be looking on the right side of the cards because they're facing right-handed pitchers. If it's 3 or higher, it will affect the grade, and there is only one that's three or higher that will raise the Indians pitcher from an A to an AC. That's Wade Hoyt is a -3 against right-handers. Everybody else is 2 or less, so that won't change the grades. All right, here we go with the start of the ball game. Let's say hello to Kurt Berglund, who joins this early broadcast. Good morning, Kurt. And let's say hello to Apple Lori, who is at work. All right, once again, last game I rolled 3 sets of dice at a time. That helped the game move a little bit faster. I'm going to roll 2 sets of dice today. Large red one, small red one, large white one, small white one. I'll read the red set first. All right, here's the first pitch of the ball game. 6-4 is a swing and a miss. Elmer Miller goes down swinging, makes the big U-turn back toward the dugout. And it's a successful start for Stanley Kovaleski. Roger Peckinpah steps into the box. He hits a fly ball to left field. Charlie Jameson is under it and makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down for the 1921 Yankees. Most people consider this the end of the dead ball era because of this man, Babe Ruth, who splashed onto the scene with 59 home runs in 1921. 6-3 roll is a swing and a miss. The mighty Ruth strikes out. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, hits, or errors. Bottom of the first. 0-0 with the Indians coming to bat. Long career for White. He was, most of that career, a ace of the Yankee staff. Became a very skilled broadcaster after his playing days. I think he did his broadcasting mostly with the Cincinnati Reds. Here's Charlie Jameson leading off for the Indians. 2-2 roll for Charlie Jameson. That's going to be a leadoff single for Jameson. First base runner of the game. Average speed. I'm going to go with basic Apba, but I'll give my catchers a chance to throw out the basic, throw out the base stealers. That's this chart here at the bottom of my runners on first base page. That was added. I saw that, I think, on a Delphi forum. All right, Bill Wambsgans steps into the box. And his role is a 2-6 fly ball to right field. Babe Ruth is under it and puts it away. 1 down. Tris Speaker steps into the box. Lefty batter, 3-6 is his role, is a 33. Both teams are fielding column 2. That's a high pop up on the infield. Third baseman Frank Baker is under it and makes the catch. 2 outs. That brings up Elmer Smith. His role is a 56. And that's also a pop up on the infield. For a Y. White has the Y strikeout modifier. So Smith is struck out, caught looking. No runs, 1 hit, 1 on. Well, the top of the second inning, it is 0-0. It is a dark, overcast day today in Kansas City, but it's always sunny in summer on the tabletop when we're playing tabletop baseball. Bob Musso leads off the top of the second for the Yankees. Here's the windup and the pitch by Stan Kovaleski. 4-2 is a 9. That's going to be against an A pitcher. That'll be an out. That A will turn that 9, which is sometimes a single, into a ground out to shortstop. 6-3, 1 down. Frank Baker, his role is a 5-2. That's a roller to the third baseman, Larry Gardner. Somewhat better hitter than he is a fielder, but he makes that play, and Wally Pipp comes to the bat. Wally Pipp didn't have his headache for a couple of years, but got that headache that benched him in 1923 and opened the door for Lou Gehrig, except for the World Series. He wasn't allowed to play in the World Series that year. 21 is a fly ball to left field, 3 up and 3 down. And actually, it's been 6 up and 6 down for Stan Kovaleski. We go to the bottom of the second, 0-0. Larry Gardner will lead off for the Indians. They also played with the Red Sox on their winning team of 1915. 56 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Gardner strikes out, 1 down. That brings up Doc Johnston, who rolls a 5-6. That is a 34. And a pop out or strikeout. Hoyt's got that Y strikeout modifier. And so Johnston struck out, caught looking. That's 3 strikeouts in a row for Hoyt. Let's see if he can get Joe Sewell a tough task here. 4-3 is a comebacker back to Hoyt. He picks it up, throws to first. 3 outs. We go to the top of the third. 0-0. All right, Stanley Kovaleski back throwing his warm-up tosses. He's from a mining community in Pennsylvania. As a young man, he actually worked in the mines. Wally Chang leads off for the Yankees. 1-6 roll is a ground ball to shortstop, picked up by Joe Sewell. The throw to first. Chang is retired. Aaron Ward rolls a 1-1 roll. That's going to be a hit, call, and roll for Aaron Ward. And in the second column, we have a double by the Yankees second baseman. First hit, first base runner for the Yankees. One out, he's in scoring position for Waite Hoyt. Hoyt will swing away. 31 is a 36. That's going to be a wild pitch. Let's see, double check that. Wild pitch, where he goes to third, 90 feet away. Infield will play in for the Indians. Here's the pitch to Hoyt. 4-6 roll is a 27. Fielding column 2, that's a ground ball to third base. The runner will have to hold to throw across the diamond. 2 outs, and now the infield can play at a normal distance for Elmer Miller. 1-5 roll is a 8 against an A. That's a fly out to, or no, that's going to be a base hit over second base. The runner on third. RBI single for Elmer Miller. Scoring Aaron Ward, who led off the inning with a double. 1-0 Yankees. Here's Roger Peckinpah. He was the American League MVP in 1925 when he was playing with the Senators. 1-3 to Peckinpah. Excuse me, is a 2 balls and no strikes. That was a 14-play result. Z modifier for Kovaleski. 3-2 roll is a 26. And 26 is a ground ball to second base. Flip the short way to get Elmer Miller out at second base. That's 3 outs. But the Yankees get on the board. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left. 1-0 New York over Cleveland. Steve O'Neill, and I just knocked over a glass of water. Got a Pergo 4 that can take water for 30 minutes, so I'm not going to worry about it for 30 minutes. Yeah, we just let it sit there. All right, here's Steve O'Neill. Facing Waite Hoyt. 2-6 is a ground ball to shortstop. Play made by Roger Peckinpah. 1 out. Here's the pitcher, Stanley Kovaleski. He rolls a 3-5. That's a 23, which in basic Apba sometimes rare play, sometimes it's airs. And that is a fly ball to center field that's going to be muffed by the center fielder, Elmer Miller. E8. 1 out, 1 on. Pitcher's running the bases now. He has average speed. Charlie Jameson's the batter, leadoff hitter. 3-6 is a 33, and that is a strikeout. And the players all head away. And it's going to be up to Wamsgans to get something out of this inning. Wamsgans, the only man to do a unassisted triple play in the 1920 World Series, during World Series play. The Dodgers had runners on first and second. There was a line drive hit to his right. He made a leaping catch. His momentum took him to second base to step on second base while the runner was running to third, thinking it was a base hit, and then turned around, and there was a runner from first standing there with his mouth open, and he walked over 2 steps and tagged him out for a triple play. All right, 6-2 roll to Wamsgans is a fly out to right field. 3 outs, no runs, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the 4th inning. Yankees won, and the Indians, who are kings of the hill in this tournament currently, nothing. Babe Ruth will lead off the top of the 4th for the Bronx Bombers. Probably not called the Bronx But Ruth probably had all of his nicknamers, the Sultan of SWAT, Bambino, the Maharaja of MASH. Here's the pitch to Babe Ruth. 43 is a little comebacker back to Kovaleski. And Ruth is retired 1-3. Kovaleski takes a sigh of relief. One down. Here is Bob Musil. 1-5 roll for Musil. That's going to be a base hit single. And that is a 11 play result on a 1-5 roll. So he can steal second on the next pitch. And I think he will. Catcher for the Yankees is a defensive 8. 11-23. He'll be out trying to steal. Roll a 1-1 roll. He's out by a mile. So Musil's cut down trying to steal second base. 2-6 is the scoring. And now home run Baker is up there with nobody on base and 2 outs. 2-4 is a fly out to right field. 3 outs. No runs, a hit. Nobody left. Bottom of the 4th inning, it is Yankees 1 and the Indians nada. All right, Yankees got here by knocking off the talented 1919 Cincinnati Reds, or the Indians got here knocking off the Cincinnati Reds 7-0. That's why they are the kings of the hill. Nobody's really established dominance in this tournament. We're 17 games in. Nobody's won more than 3 games in a row. Trust Speaker steps into the box. 380 hitter for the Cleveland Indians. I think 3 or 4 times he topped that 380 mark in his career. 4-6 roll to Trust Speaker is a 40 foul ball for strike 1. The next roll is a 1-5, and that's a base hit off White Hoyt, a line drive single to center field. So no outs, fast runner at first. And that brings up Smith. He's going to try to hit the ball in the air. 3-4, he does. It's a fly ball, though, to center field. Caught by Elmer Miller for the out. 1 down. Larry Gardner's the batter. 6-1 is a 12, and that's going to be a double play ground ball. Or rather, let's see, it's a double play ground ball. 6-4-3 double play that ends the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. It's the top of the 5th. Yankees 1 and the Cleveland Indians nothing. We're at the second spot in the pitching rotations. They're using a 4-man pitching rotation in this tournament. Wally Pipp steps into the box, swings the bat from the left side. 5-4 to Pipp is a fly out to right field. Next roll is a 3-4 for Wally Shang, and that's a fly out to center field. 2 up and 2 fly outs. Aaron Ward steps into the box for the Yankees. And one of the dice jumped the tray. So we go to the second pair of dice. 41 is a 24. That's a ground out to shortstop. 3 up and 3 down for the Yankees in the top of the 5th. Still 1-0 New York. It's been a pitcher's duel here at League Park in Cleveland. Currently, League Park is a community baseball field. It's been refurbished, and when I saw it, there's a small building that was a ticket office, I think still standing there. But you can still get a feel for what the neighborhood was like and where it was in Cleveland. Doc Johnson will step in bottom of the 5th inning for the Indians, down by a run. 3-6 roll for Doc Johnson is a base on balls. So good work by the Indian first baseman. Average speed at first base. Joe Sewell's the batter. He rolls a 4-5, and that is a 2 balls and no strikes. White has the Z modifier. 2-6 roll is a 24. That's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Clears the bases. And now 2 outs for Steve O'Neill, who hits the ball on the ground to the shortstop, Roger Peckinpah, scoops and throws to Wally Pipp at first. 3 outs, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. We go to the top of the 6th. 1-0 New York. Let's see. White is the batter due up first for the Yankees in the 6th inning. Slimmest of leagues. Here's the pitch to White. 6-6 roll for White. That's a hit column roll. And then the next roll is a 2-2, which is a 2. And that is going to be a leadoff triple by the Yankee pitcher. That ball was hit deep to left center field. And Hoyt gave no thought at stopping at second base. He's on third with nobody out. Elmer Miller. Indians play the infield tight to try to cut this run off of the plate. Here's the pitch. 5-1 roll is an 8 against an A pitcher. I think that's a base hit. We have had that in this game earlier. It's a single over second base. And that was also Elmer Miller, who drove in the first run with that result. And it's 2-0 Yankees. Still no outs. We're on first. Roger Peckinpah rolls a 1-6. That's a 28 with a runner on first. I think that's a fielder's choice. Safe at first. Runners out at second base. Let's see, score that. No, runner goes to second base. 6-3. Miller's at second now with 1 down. Babe Ruth, the batter. 378 hitter. Kovaleski is, he struck him out. He's got him on a weak ground out. But the antennas are up. There's a runner in scoring position. He's going to walk the Babe intentionally. 4 wide ones. And now the batter is Bob Musil. 318 hitter, but that's 60 points less than Ruth. And that sets up the double play. So here's the pitch to Musil. 1-6 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Batter is out at second, but the throw to first is not in time. So it's a 6-4, retiring of Ruth at second base. Miller goes to third. And Musil is at first on the fielder's choice. There's now 2 outs. And here is Frank Home Run Baker. Pitch to Baker, 4-6 is a 29. And that is a ground ball back to the pitcher Kovaleski, who's going to escape this inning with minimal damage. Baker's retired 1-3. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors and 2 left. Bottom of the 6th inning, it's the Yankees 2, and the Indians still very much in this game. Nothing. Wade Hoyt returns to the mound, and he'll be pitching to the pitcher Kovaleski. Hoyt knows what he did against the pitcher. He hit a triple. He's going to be careful here as he pitches to Kovaleski. 4-2 is a 36. That is, I believe, a ball. That's ball 1. It had a double play, W play result, but Hoyt has the Z modifier. He doesn't walk a lot of batters. The next roll is a 2-4, and that's a swing and a miss. Kovaleski strikes out. 1 down. Top of the order to Charlie Jameson. 5-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. And Wade Hoyt has been striking out his share of Indians. 6 strikeouts in 6 innings. That's 2 down. And it's a 2-2 roll for Wamsgans. That's a base hit for Bill Wamsgans. 2 outs. We're at first. And the Indians' best hitter, Tris Speaker, steps into the box. Hoyt into the stretch. Here's the pitch to Tris Speaker. 3-2 is a 26. That's going to be a ground out to second base. And that's going to end the sixth inning. No runs and a hit. No errors and one left. We go to the top of the seventh. 2-0 Yankees. This will be the fatigue inning for both starting pitchers. 3 bad things happen to either one of them. Their grade will go down 1 grade level every 3 bad things that happens to them. Wally Pipp leads off for New York in the top of the 7th inning. The Yankees are up by 2. Kovaleski's still out there for Cleveland. 6-3 roll is a flyout to Tris Speaker, who plays a shallow center field. 1 down. Roll for Raleigh Shang's a 1-1 roll. That's going to be a hit column roll for Shang. And the second column is a 54. That's a double for Wally Shang. Wally Shang settles in at second base, 1 for 3 on the day. He's a catcher, but still average speed. Aaron Ward. Ward had a double himself in the 3rd inning and scored the Yankees' first run. Kovaleski into the stretch. Here is the pitch. 1-4 is the roll. That's a fly ball to left field. 2 outs. That brings up the pitcher Hoyt, who rolls a 6-4, and that's a strikeout. So Kovaleski survives the double. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 2-0 New York. Getting late for the Indians. Let's see, it's going to be Smith, Gardner, and Johnston in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hoyt goes in for the windup, and here's the pitch to Elmer Smith. 4-5 is going to be a leadoff walk. Smith takes first. Three-six roll for Larry Gardner. 33 is a pop-up on the infield. Frank Baker will call for it and make the catch. Unproductive out. 1 out. Here's Doc Johnston. 292 hitter in 1920. '53 is a 18. Fielding column 2. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, bobbled by Peckinpah for an error. Smith stops at second on the E6. First and second for the Indians. Tying runs at first for Joe Sewell, 329 hitter. Joe Sewell's roll is a 4-3, a 20, which is a play result of 29. And that's going to be a ground ball to the pitcher, Hoyt, wheels and fires to Peckinpah short, the throw to first. They get 2, 1 to 6-3, double play. Nobody scores in the 7th. Let's go to the top of the 8th. 2-0 Yankees. Well, Sewell never strikes out, but he would have taken a strikeout there. All right, leading off for the New Yorkers, the top of the order, Elmer Smith steps into the box, 2 for 3 today, and he has 2 RBIs. 4-2 is a 22. Fielding column 2, Elmer Smith is plunked, hit by a pitch. He's been on base 3 times. Roger Peckinpah rolls a 2-1, and that is a fly out to right field, 1 down. Babe Ruth, the batter, he was walked the last time up. I think he'll pitch to him this time. Could be a mistake. 4-4 roll to the Babe. That's a 6. The runner on first. Pulled over the first baseman down the line. It's a double. Runner goes to third. He would score if he was fast, but Smith is not rated fast. So second and third for New York with one out, and Bob Musil, the batter. Let's see, with that double by Roof, that is three bad things to happen to Kovaleski. He is now a grade B pitcher. And let's see who follows Musil. Home run Baker, 294 hitter. Musil's got 24 home runs, though. We're going to walk him, set up a double play. Bases loaded for the Yankees. They could blow it open here with something bad. Let's look at the bullpen for Cleveland. Duster Mayles, grade B pitcher. Baker's a left-handed batter. Mayles is left-handed thrower. So it's going to be his turn to pitch. Duster Mayles comes in for Harry Kovaleski. So Kovaleski goes 7 1/3. And he's responsible for the 2-run score. Both were earned, and he's responsible for all 3 base runners. Duster Mayles is a grade B pitcher. Wide strikeout pitcher. That's good to have with a man on third. But he'll be a grade A pitcher, pitching to Baker, a left-hander. Grade A for the first batter only. All right, here is the stretch from the pitch to Frank Home Run Baker. He rolls a 1-4. That's a 30. And that's going to be a fly out to the left. Let's see if it's deep enough to score the base runner at third. And it is. Sac fly for Frank Baker. RBI, that scores Elmer Miller. 3-0 Yankees. Here's Wally Pipp. Wally Pipp rolls a 2-2 roll. That's a 7. The runner's on first and second. And that's going to be off a grade B pitcher. Single to left field. 1-run scores. Slow runner out at home. Let's see. Ruth is not, I'm pretty sure he's not slow at this point in his career. He was agonizingly slow when he finished his career, but he is actually fast at this point. So 2-run score, and on the single by Wally Pipp, 2 RBIs. Ruth scores. Musil scores. With 2 outs, it's now 5-0 Yankees. Wally Shang, the batter. One roll for Wally Shang. That's a hit column roll. 1-6 is a double, and that may score Wally Pipp from first base with 2 outs. I keep checking the wrong cards here. Yeah, Pipp is fast, and there's 2 outs. So a double by Wally Shang, his second double in the game. Scores Pipp from first. 6-0 New York. So you can close the books on Kovaleski. Gives up 5 earned runs. And now Mayles has given up an earned run. And he'll be pitching to Aaron Ward. 5-6 is a pop-up on the infield. Foul out to the third baseman. That's 3 outs. But the Yankees do quite a bit of damage in the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4 runs on 3 hits. We go to the last of the 8th. It's New York 6 and Cleveland nothing. All right, Wade Hoyt comes back out to pitch the 8th inning. He has 2 marks against his fatigue. He might be close to the showers himself. Here's the pitch to Steve O'Neill. 4-1 is a ground ball to shortstop. Peckerpaul scoops and throws to first. Actually, it should have been, that's O'Neill. 6-3, 1 down. All right, Dustin Males will go out for a pitch hitter. So he pitches 2/3 of an inning, gives up 1 earned run. And warming up for the Indians is Tony Faith. And the pitch batter will be Joe Evans. Let's pitch to Joe Evans. Is a 3-3 roll for the pitch hitter, second column roll, 65. That's a single for Evans. So he does his job. Fast runner at first with 1 out. And now the top of the order for Cleveland, Charlie Jameson. .35 is a 9, and gets to be pitcher. That looks like that's going to be a base hit, infield single for the leadoff hitter Jameson. First and second, Cleveland, 1 down. Bill Wamsgans. Hoyt is now tired. He is going to be a grade C pitcher. Pitch to Wamsgans, 2-5 is a 9, and that C is going to maybe save him on that one. Nope. Let's see. No, that is a ground out to third base. Runners advance 1 base, 5-3. So 2 outs, second and third. Let's see if Hoyt can pitch his way out of this inning. Gonna have to deal with Tris Speaker. And I think he says, I don't think so. He'll walk Speaker, 388 hitter. Pitch to Elmer Smith instead. And let's look at the Yankee bullpen. It'll be time for a new pitcher, Clayton Harper. So that's it for Wade Hoyt. He goes 7 2/3. Gives up no runs, but he will leave the mound a tired man. Harper is a grade C pitcher, white strikeout modifier. He also has that W. It's a little risky here. The base is loaded. Here's the pitch to Smith. Kovalevsky, or excuse me, the pitch hitter is at third, and then Jameson's at second. Speaker's at first. Pitch to Smith is a 1-1 roll, 5-6. Second column is a 2 with the bases loaded. That's going to cause a lot of commotion. It's a triple to left field, drive in 3 runs, and all of a sudden, the Indians are back in this game. Fans are excited, shaking the rafters here at League Park. 6-3. Larry Gardner, the batter. Yankees will play the infield back. There are 2 outs in the inning. So here's the pitch to Gardner, 4-5. It's going to be a base on balls. Doc Johnson can keep this going. He gets a 2-1 roll, though. That's a fly out to left field. That'll end the inning. But the Indians score, let's see, 3 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 left. We go to the top of the 8th. Actually, we go to the top of the 9th inning. It is 6-3 Yankees. All right, so new life for the Indians. Pitchers due to bat first for the Yankees. I think they'll leave him in and let him pitch. Anthony Faith is the new pitcher for the Indians. He has a grade C XW modifier. Here's the pitch to Harper. And that is a 3-3 roll to Harper. 8 against a C is a base hit. So the pitcher gets on for New York. Crowd groans. Elmer Miller. Miller rolls a 1-3 roll. That's a 14 against a W pitcher. That will be a walk. So the first two Yankees have reached in the ninth. That's going to set up Peckinpah, Ruth, and Musil to put this game away from New York. Roger Peckinpah, 288 hitter for the Yankees. 4-3 roll is a 29, and that is a double play ground out to the pitcher. 1-6-3, that changes the complexion of the inning. Elmer Miller's out at second. Runner at second goes to third. There's 2 down for Babe Ruth. Ruth is 1-for-3 with a double and a walk. Musil behind him has walked. He's 1-for-3. All right, Faith doesn't know better. He's going to pitch to Ruth. See what happens here. Ooh, 3-4 roll. That was almost a home run. That's a deep fly out to center field, caught by Speaker, who had to get on his horse and chase that down. 3 outs, no runs on 1 hit, no errors and 1 left. It's the bottom of the ninth. Yankees 6 and the Indians 3. All right, Harper will return and pitch the ninth inning. Joe Sewell leads off for Cleveland. 7, 8, 9 in the order, followed by O'Neill, and then the pitcher spot. Here's the pitch to Joe Sewell. 1-2 is a ground ball hit to second base. Aaron Ward scoops, throws to Pip at first. 1 out, 2 to go for the Yankees. Steve O'Neill, a 300 hitter, rolls a 1-6. That's a ground ball to shortstop. Peckinpah throws out Steve O'Neill. You get a pitch hitter for the pitcher, Faith. And that pitch hitter is going to be, let's see. They got a very strong bench, the Indians do. Les Nunemaker will pitch it. 333 hitter in 1920. Here's the pitch to Nunemaker. Last pitcher of the Indian setup got a base hit. 4-6 roll. That is a ground ball to Peckinpah. This should close it out. He scoops and throws the Pip. That's the ball game. So Harper comes in, coaxes 3 ground outs, and preserves a 3-run lead. Your final score is the New York Yankees 6, Cleveland Indians 3. The Yankees had 6 runs on 6, 9, 10 hits. Let's see, they committed 1 error. The Indians had 3 runs on 7 hits, and they committed, let's see, I thought there were a couple errors. I'm only seeing no errors for the Indians. Final score, and New Kings of the Hill, final score is 6-3 New York. We'll see how long Babe Ruth and the Yankees will last in this tournament. The Indians go out with a record of 1-1. So still, so far, the only team that's won 3 games is the 1911 New York Giants. They're in first place. And the 1915 Boston Red Sox went 2-1 with a +3 run differential. They're in second place. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day, and may God bless. I think we'll bring in the 1922 St. Louis Browns for the next game. They'll play the 21 Yankees at the Polo Grounds, which the Yankees were playing in the Polo Grounds from 21 through 23. That'll be the next game. Good day.